y'all, it's Taylor from Tattooed Teacher Plans. So welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing some January highlights on my monthly spread in my 7x9 or A5 wide Sadie Stickers memory planner. I love the paper in here so much, and I'm really glad that this is the first spread with a dated, like a Sunday start dated spread. I've done the undated, I've done the Monday start. Now she had the Sunday start, which I'm so glad. So this is the kit that I'm going to be using for this month's highlights. It's really pretty. It's from Jessica Hart. It's called Dreamer. It's just beautiful. I chose rose gold foil just because I thought that might be pretty with all of like the pinks. So here is the first sheet. We've got the sidebar with some labels, some dots for these little icons or whatever you want to use them for. And then some vacation strips, some full boxes, and then lots and lots of labels and a sticker to cover up the days that are not in the month. So I just think this is so beautiful. Very different from what I normally would pick, but I had a hard time choosing a January monthly, and this one just kind of jumped out at me. So excited to use this. But before we get going, let me show you my weekly spreads for January. This one's so cute. This is a Caress Press kit, and I just loved this and how it turned out. I was visiting my grandparents, and then we just kind of like eased right on into the year. This was not the most productive month, I would say, but it was a good one. Just kind of slow and like unmotivated myself. But this is a beautiful kit from Sadie Stickers. I think it was called Reset, but I just love this one. Really, really pretty. My dad had an accident. He fell, and that was really scary, but he's doing okay. He had a pretty bad concussion and a cut on his head, but he's doing great. Just a lot of worry in this spread. That's what I think of when I look back on this. This is a kit from Scribble Prints Co., I believe. Yeah. And this one's really cute. Super fun with all the colors. Kind of reminded me of Frozen. I love this sticker. And it's just so cute. Then we have this one, which I really like. This is from Nikki Plus 3. It's got a little bit of a Christmas vibe with the colors and everything, but I still like it, and I wanted to use it. It had like, you know, winter stuff in it too. So we made it work, even though there's totally a present box over here. Totally fine. I just really enjoy this kit, and this was a good week. Such a tiring, just like super busy week, but definitely a good one. And then this is the last spread. This is a kit from Hello Petite Paper. It was my first time using a kit by her, and I just love this. This is so beautiful. I love all the foiling, all of like the like, what do we want to call this? The flora, I guess we can call it. It's just so pretty. I love it. All right, let's go back to my monthly spread and let's get going. I'm going to start by building the base of the spread, so that includes these boxes that go across the top. I did go ahead and white out the text on the page because it was showing through just a little bit, and when I see that when it's done, it bugs me, so I went ahead and whited out some of that. This side was a little bit easier because it was a little darker. And then just adding in the sidebar here. It's in two pieces, but she labels it, which is really nice, so you know which to put at the top and the bottom. And then I'm putting in the strip to mark off the days that are not in the month, which includes like the days in February. And then I'm going to the foiled sheet. Now, I was a little too aggressive with these stickers. I tore the one on the other side, you'll see that in a minute. But I decided to put down the days of the week first, and they're all crooked, okay? Especially the other side, all crooked, but that's all right. And then I'm putting in the January sticker and the quote sticker on the other side. This one, I thought I was like placing it in the right spot. No, we're going to fix that in a minute. And then this sticker I obviously tore because I was a little aggressive getting it off the page. And then these days of the week stickers are just, I didn't go back and fix them except for Thursday because I just was like over it at that point, but hopefully next time I'll like get better at that. I did lay down the quote and it looks great, but I'm fixing this one because I just didn't like it off center like that. I wanted it in the middle of the sticker, and so I just put the Y and the J over the Monday and Tuesday sticker, but I like that look better. And then I'm putting in the holiday stickers, so I'm using the New Year's Day one and the MLK Day one, just placing those on the appropriate days, which makes it easier because it is now a Sunday start, which is really nice. And then I'm popping in the numbers. I'm going to speed you through that because it's boring, and I just I don't want to show you all of that because what's the point? Okay, then we're going to the day by day. So starting with the first, of course, so this was New Year's Day, and the thing that I wanted to mark here was that I was trying to get back on my routines, because pretty much all of November and December was a free-for-all, and I didn't like that. I didn't feel good about that by the end of December. So on the 1st, I really only had that one day before we went back to work to like get back into my routines, into my schedules, and turn all of my alarms on, all of that stuff, just to kind of get back on track. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All of January was like just a chore to like get back into what I wanted to do. It was hard. It was a hard month. It was good. Like, there were some good things, but it was just like, I don't know. I felt a little lost and unmotivated. On the 2nd here, I put in a couple of emoji heads from Coffee Monsters Co. One of them was about work. I gotta protect my peace. The other one was kind of a weird incident. It was a little scary. This guy in a truck was following me while I was on a walk, and I don't know, it was just weird. Luckily, when he went around the corner the last time, I thwarted him and like ran into my house. But it was just a freaky incident. I've kept an eye out and haven't seen it since, so I guess that's a good sign. On the 3rd, I was marking that I did a good workout, which I basically didn't work out all of November and December. So this was like, I needed to happen, and I'm glad that I did that for myself. Also on the 4th, I received my new phone. I got a iPhone 14 Pro. As you will see, I had problems with it, so I put a note there. I'd come to regret it though. On the 5th, this funny picture or funny sticker from Bubba Bear. This is "Pants are stupid," and I just put "unmotivated." And I just struggled the whole month with like finding the motivation for myself, because my like New Year's motivation didn't show up like it normally does. That's all right. We worked with it. By the end of the month, I felt better about it. On the 6th, I went and got some crumble cookies, and I wrote a note here that I was only going to get 2, but the girl at the counter, and I mean girl, like she was like 16. She talked me into getting 4, and so I ate them all weekend, which was great. Also, this whole like weekend was a little stressful because my dad had fallen. He had like oral surgery that day, and like he just felt unsteady, and then he hit his head. It was a whole thing. He had to go to the hospital, but he is okay, and he had to get stitches and staples in his head, and he had a concussion, but he's all right. And I kind of like reassure myself throughout this whole spread, as you will see. On the 8th, my mom called me, or I called her, and just like kind of checking on her and my dad, and she cried, and I cried, and I'm gonna put a note here that's like, he is fine, he's okay. But it was just like, the moment was scary, you know? I was also watching Ginny and Georgia, which I finished this week, and I loved it. I really liked the first season, but the second season was even better, and I love like the mystery, and I just really like that show. On the 9th, I was listening to the podcast Let's Go to Court. I actually went all the way back to the beginning and started, and I really like it. I'm still listening to it, and it's February now that I'm recording this voiceover, and I just really like it. I like the hosts. I like the cases that they do, and it's different because it's focused on like court cases versus like true crime, although that's involved most of the time, but I really like it. I definitely recommend it. I also was dealing with some dry skin, so I put in a little Coffee Monsters Co. skincare emoji for that. On the 10th, I did my car inspection. In Texas, you have to get your like car inspection and registration renewed every year, and my car, it's pretty new, so you get like 2 years for the first time, and then this time I had to get it every year from here on out. I also called and checked on my dad. Got to talk to him for a little bit. He stayed home from work this whole week because he just wasn't feeling great with that concussion. On the 11th, I talked to my brother-in-law, who's like right next door to my office at work, and he just needed a little bit of encouragement, and I just wanted to note that in here because he's done so good at this school. Like, he has worked in lots of different schools, and like this one just seems like such a good fit for him, but of course there's struggles in every school, and he just needed a little bit of extra like pat on the back, you're doing great. Also on this day, I was trying out like a timer for my chores. I haven't been consistent with it yet, but it's really helping me a lot. I think it just helps me focus. And then on the 12th, this was such a busy day that I put in a little Once More with Love munchkin with my desk on fire. And then I put in a label, and I've been trying to do more strength exercises because I am getting older. I'm almost 40, and I think that's important for me to do more of. So I made a goal for January to do 1 a week, and then I'll like build up from there throughout the year. On the 13th, I was just like super frustrated with some Texas like state testing stuff. It's just so annoying, and I'm like in charge of it now, and it's just obnoxious, like the way they do things. On the 14th, I did a little oil change on my car, and then I just made a note that I took way too many naps this month. I guess I was just like tired. I think it was like, it being winter. I'll talk about it later, but like the seasonal affective disorder definitely affects me. And I do have like a light lamp, and I try to get outside, but January is always like the hardest month. It used to be December, but like I've kind of worked on that a little bit. Now it's January, and it just is the tough month for me. But there were like some good things in here. So I put a note here that this was my first productive Sunday with a little Starbucks cup, because it's my morning routine on Sundays to go get Starbucks, go pick up my groceries. And then I was also watching the first episode of The Last of Us, which I am loving. It's so good. I'm like riveted by every episode. It's just so interesting to me, and I really like the characters. And then on the 16th, I was so sore from a sonogram and like an exam. It was just a bad day at the doctor. I was there for 3 hours. I did get some good news, and I have a new doctor, we had to talk for a while, but good news there. But it was just, hopefully I don't have to do that again for a long time. That like internal sonogram, it hurts a lot to me. And then on the 17th, I completed my last concession duty with minimal complaints, which that was definitely like a proud of myself moment, because usually we complain about it a lot because I hate it, and you get home really late. It sucks. On the 18th, I was reading A Long Time Coming, and I loved it. It's so good. That whole series, like the three brothers, I just loved it, and I can't tell if it's like my favorite one of them. I like all of them for different reasons. On the 19th, I got a haircut, and then I went directly to this mac and cheese competition that our kids at school were competing in. It's like an annual thing, and I ate lots of mac and cheese, hung out with friends, saw some former students. One of them is like from my very first class, and he's like 33 now, I think, 34, which is so nuts. Like, I was such a baby teaching, and like I still see him all the time, and I don't know, it's just like a mind warp seeing him. And then on the 20th, my new phone was really broken. Like, it was glitchy like from the beginning, but I thought like, oh, it's fine. No, not fine. So they had to order a part for it because they did like diagnostic things on it, and it was definitely messed up. So on the 21st, I went and got roses because I love Tex-Mex every once in a while. And then I got tons of stuff done for YouTube this day. So I am putting in a little voiceover emoji for that to, because I've been working on my channel. It's been struggling. I've been struggling like with inspiration, and like it hasn't been like super fun all the time. Like, I still enjoy doing it, but I don't know. I think I need to make some change. I don't know. I'm just like, going through a crisis. It's not even a crisis, like questioning myself and everything that I'm doing. Anyway, let's go to the 22nd, and I took a 3-hour nap. Why? I don't know. I think I was just tired. I think it's also like the seasonal stuff. And then I had terrible sleep that night because I slept too much. I don't know. It was a struggle with like health stuff this month. On the 23rd, I put in a note here for my my SAD, my seasonal affective disorder, I really made it a point to use my light lamp every morning while I was getting ready. And that does help, but I gotta be consistent with it, which I definitely wasn't. And then I just was like putting things off like so much. Luckily though, on the 24th, we had a snow day, which was really nice. And the snow was like so pretty and fluffy. And I was super grateful because I caught up on so much stuff. Cleaned my house. I got stuff done for YouTube. I was like on my game. I also got to take a nap and do some reading. It was just like the best day. And then on the 25th, I finished A Long Time Coming, which, like I said, I really liked it. I loved it. And then it was just a super hectic day because our schedule was all off. I had to move meetings around. So I put in a little sticker. And then on the 26th, I feel like I was everyone's therapist this day. Everyone was just like on the struggle bus. And so I put in a little self-care sticker and put that I had to like just encourage everybody. They just needed that little extra like, you know, encouragement and support. And then on the 27th, I decided I'm gonna treat myself. So I put in this hand can plan sticker and I went and got a pedicure. And then I just like vegged out. Just like chilled, which is what I needed, I think. And then on the 28th, I went with my sister. We went to dinner at this place called Fun Noodle, had some dumplings. It was just so good. And then we went and saw Clue, which was hilarious. I was laughing the whole time. And then on the 29th, I didn't really know what to put in because nothing really happened of note. So I grabbed a script sticker, which is super appropriate for me. And it says, fueled by coffee and sarcasm. And then I grabbed a coffee cup from the Crafty Banana. The script is from Made with Southern Love. She has great scripts. I love them. And on the 30th, I had a dentist appointment. And this was also when I was dropping off my phone to get fixed, which was super weird. Like, being without your phone these days, really strange. And it shouldn't be. It should be like, I don't know, it shouldn't be that serious, but for some reason I was like, what am I doing with my life? So then I showed up to my dentist appointment early, an hour early, because I didn't know what time to go. And I had a great conversation with my hygienist. She's just super sweet. Every time we just like chat the whole time. I was there for like an hour, which I should have been there for like 30 minutes, but she's just so nice and I love talking to her. And then it was super cold on the 31st, so I just marked that in really quick. And then just adding a little bit of deco. I had just a couple of little like white space areas that I wanted to fill. So nothing like crazy here. I just like added in a little bit and then I'm gonna add in a little bit more foil. So I'm just adding one to this box here and then just some little hearts and little embellishments everywhere. I love these from Sadie Stickers, the little like garlands, or I don't know what you would call these, but they're just super cute. And then these little dots, little sparkles, I really like those too. They kind of like fill in and like bring in some more foil. I don't love to like go crazy with the foil, but I love little touches. I think that's really pretty and totally my style. And then it's just these little hearts are just so cute. So I added a couple of those. And then this little starburst there, I love that. It just adds like little touches, which just really brings the spread together. Here's this spread all finished up. I love this. I'm so glad that I started off the year with this kit, and all that doubt that I had about is this gonna work for me just faded away, and I love this. So pretty. I love the like little touches of foil. It was a really good month, but it was a struggle in some places, as you could see here, but I just love this. Really cute. If you enjoyed watching me put together this spread, let me know down in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed if you want to see more. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload, and I will see you next time. Bye!